Welcome. Today we're unlocking one of the most powerful tools in the English language that are verbs. Verbs are the engines of our sentences, the action heroes of our words. Without them, communication would be stuck in slow motion. But what really makes verbs tick? How do they change? And why does it matter? Let us see why. Verbs are the words that show action, state, or occurrence. But let's move past the textbook definition. Imagine verbs as the heartbeat of a sentence. Without them, there's no movement, no expression. Picture this: you wake up, check your phone, scroll through social media, and read a funny meme. Every single one of those is an action. That's a verb at work. Without verbs, your mornings would sound like this: you, phone, meme. Pretty weird, right? Verbs give life to our words. But wait, verbs don't just describe physical action. Let's talk about thinking. You can wonder, believe, understand, or even doubt. These are mental actions, but they are just as important as running or jumping. So, whether you're moving or just using your brain, verbs are always in action. Now that we know what verbs are, let's break them down. There are different types, and each one serves a unique purpose. Action verbs describe what someone or something is doing. They can be physical, like jump, swim, and write, or mental, like think, hope, and remember. Imagine you're texting a friend, I ate the last slice of pizza. The verb ate is the action. It tells us what you did. Now, if you say, I regret eating the last slice of pizza, the verb regret is mental. It doesn't involve movement, but it still tells us what's happening. Linking verbs don't show action. Instead, they connect the subject to more information about it. Think of them as equal signs in a sentence. For example, she is happy. The verb is links she to her feeling, that is happiness. Without it, the sentence wouldn't make sense. Other linking verbs include seem, become, and appear. Let's say you meet a new teacher. You might think she seems strict. The verb seems doesn't show action, but it tells you how she appears to be. That's the magic of linking verbs. Helping verbs, also called auxiliary verbs, do exactly what their name suggests. They help. They work alongside main verbs to add meaning. Some of the most common ones are can, must, should, will, and have. Let's compare two sentences. I finished my homework versus I must finish my homework. That one extra word must changes the whole tone. Now it sounds like a responsibility. Helping verbs add layers to meaning, making sentences more precise. Verbs don't just sit still, they change depending on tense, subject, and even mood. Let's take a quick tour. Number 1. Tense changes. Verbs shift based on time. If you say he runs every morning, that's present. I ran yesterday moves to the past. I will run tomorrow jumps to the future. Simple, right? But be careful. Some irregular verbs don't follow the usual patterns, like go changing to went in the past and not go with ed. Verbs also adjust depending on the subject. We say he runs, but they run. That little s makes a big difference. It's one of those tricky grammar rules that can trip you up if you're not paying attention. Modal verbs like can, might, and should change how a verb functions. Saying you can go gives permission, while you should go gives advice, and you must go is an obligation or a strong necessity. Just a small word, but a big impact. Alright, now it's your turn. Here's a quick challenge. Write down 5 verbs that describe your day so far. Identify which type of verbs they are: action, linking, or helping. Try changing each one's tense to past, present, or future. Now you know how they work, how they change, and why they matter. Keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.